Hi, and welcome to the Word of the Week. This week's word is sincerity. Now, keeping with our theme for the next several weeks, the next couple of months actually, on the concept of Wu-Da, we're going to talk about sincerity. In the concept of martial virtue, there are 5 virtuous actions or 5 virtuous thoughts. And sincerity is one of those actions. And by definition, sincerity is having or showing true feelings that are expressed in an honest way. Now, there are 2 things we have to think about. We have to think about the feelings, right? So our feelings and our thoughts, and then we have to think about the expressions. And those can be expressed in a lot of ways. People are sincere in their talk. People are sincere in their actions. Now, as a teacher, one of the things that I do see is a lot of times people are not always completely sincere with their practice. Right? So a lot of people are interested in martial arts, and I hear a lot of times, how much they want to excel at them, but the practice doesn't back it up. Right? So the words are saying one thing, the actions are saying a completely different thing. And sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves because not everyone wants to be a teacher. Not everyone wants to be a champion athlete. Some people just want to do it because of the social aspect, because they like the environment, because it's something that makes them feel good. So sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves as to why we do what we do. When we have conflicts between our thoughts and our actions, this is when we have a lack of harmony. So we have to be sincere with ourselves, with our making sure that our actions back up our feelings. Now, when it comes to the sincerity in terms of the way we interact with other people, this is something that recently we've been dealing with a lot. Seems like there have been a lot of examples of people having a confusion between sincerity and just saying whatever comes to their mind, regardless of how other people may respond to it or how it may affect dynamics. That's not really sincerity, right? Because sincerity is acting in an honest way. And honesty has to do with our abilities to do things in a way that's true, not just true in terms of true or false, but has a level of virtue to it. So in Buddhist studies, there is a statement about 5 factors that we should have in our speech, on our proper speech. The first is something spoken at the right time. Right? If it's not the right time, it shouldn't be said. Even if it is true, it should not be said. Then the second, is it spoken in truth? So is it a true thing? Is it something that has foundation? The third is it spoken affectionately? The fourth, is it spoken beneficially? Does it have a benefit to it? And finally, is it spoken with a mind of goodwill? Is it something you're saying to genuinely help someone, or is it something that you're saying to help yourself? Right? So these are the 5 things that we should always use to focus ourselves on our speech and on our actions. It's been shortened. There's lots of different versions of this. And I think that the most popular one is to think, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? So what I want you to do is I want you to think about this week. In the things that you say, if you're in social media, the things that you post, in the actions that you take, you may be sincere, you may be honest, you may speak your mind, but always weigh before you speak, before you act. Is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson. Hope to see you next week.